Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, please remember to subscribe and also turn on that notification bell just beside the subscribe button. It helps you know whenever I upload a new video, like you get a notification, you get an alert. So if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. As usual, I appreciate your support. So in today's video, I'll be talking about practical tips that have helped me since I've had to work from home due to COVID, and I know a lot of people are in this same situation, and I just want to share how I've been able to stay productive, things that I did or things that I'm currently doing that just helps me stay on top of my game. So let's get right into the video. So the first thing is building a permanent workspace. I'll probably insert a picture of what my workspace looks like, which is currently where I'm shooting this video. And one thing I would just really like to say on this point, I don't want to forget, is the fact that it does not have to be a room. Like, you don't need a whole room to have a workspace. You don't need an office per se. You don't need a very big space. You can just set up a corner office, which is what I did. I live in a 3-bedroom flat, but the 3 rooms are occupied, and I just had to look for a space in my living area where I could just set up a corner office. That's what I call it, a corner office, and it does what I need it to do. So even if you don't have that luxury of having a whole room to yourself, you can still set up. It could be somewhere in your bedroom. I don't have that much space in my bedroom to accommodate another table and chair. That's why I didn't set up in my bedroom. It could also be somewhere in any of the other rooms if you have that much space. But the point is, just try and create that space that gives you the impression of you working from home. And then the next thing I'll talk about is investing in quality furniture. As I said, you have to set up a space, meaning you need a table, a comfortable table, you need a comfortable chair. So just make sure that they are comfortable and you would enjoy working in that area, in that place. Before I set up my workspace, I was using the dining table and the dining chair, but I didn't like the fact that I'll have my laptop on the dining table or have my books lying around on the dining table. I always like my dining table clear. So that was one of the reasons why I told myself I needed to get a dedicated space for that. Number 3, invest in quality technology. So it depends. This is dependent on the nature of your job. For some people, when they were working like normally, they had access to whether a laptop or a desktop in their office. So if you don't have your own personal laptop or desktop, you might need to invest in that. I do a lot of work on my system. That's how I get my reports. That's how I track my clients and things like that. So I have my own personal system, so I didn't need to get that. Then if your work requires you making a lot of phone calls and things like that, you might need a good headphone. Number 4, set real work hours. This is very important, as there's tendency for you not to be able to separate your work life from your personal life now that you are working from home. There's tendency that your colleagues or your bosses we creep into your personal space. Like, even though you know you're supposed to work between the hours of maybe 9 to 5, for example, there's tendency that you might be getting calls for 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock and things like that. So you need to be able to separate your work life from your personal life. Now, for me personally, due to my situation, I'm a mom of two kids, and I'm also a wife. I have found the time of the day when it is just me, and that is when I focus on my work. So I take advantage of when my kids go to school and when my hubby goes to work, and I use that time to focus on work, so that once everybody comes back, I know that I've been able to get something done at the end of the day. Then discover your high productivity period. I have also said it, I work more productively in the mornings. So I target doing everything I need to do in the morning. My kids leave for school as early as 7 a.m. By 8, hubby is also out of the house, or 8:39. And usually my work is supposed to start from 9 anyway. So once everybody's out of the house, I take my bath, I get ready, and then I eat breakfast. And once I'm done, before 9, I'm ready to start working. And then I can work like till 2, 3 o'clock. Number 6, make sure that you make a to-do list every day and update it every day. In my video, Thriving in the Workplace, I talked about how making a to-do list always helps you stay organized. So every single day while you're working from home, you need to have a to-do list. And at the end of every day, do a checklist of that to-do list, and then you update it for the next day, or you can even do it the morning of the next day. That helps you to stay on track and keep track of your progress. Use a planner. Now, what the planner does is it helps you to note down important information, like, do you need to have a meeting at a certain time? Do you need to go see someone at a certain time? Do you need to make a phone call to a particular client? Maybe a client said, oh, call me back in so number of minutes or so number of hours. You need to have a planner where you note things like that down. So occasionally you check your planner. If possible, what I do is I set alarms on my phone, and then it notifies me like 5 or 10 minutes before I'm supposed to do that, and then I have to do that. Don't walk in your pajamas. I know this sounds very funny, or it sounds like, why does she have to talk about that? But it is very important. I mentioned earlier that once everybody leaves the house, I get ready. And when I mean I get ready, I take my bath, I dress up. The only thing I probably will not do is make up and wear my heels. But I'll dress up. Maybe not corporately, but I'll dress well enough for the fact that even if I have a video call with a client, I don't need to start running around to see if I need to quickly dress up properly. So I dress up like I'm going to work. And this keeps you in that mindset of you want to work. But when you're lounging in your pajamas or your nightgown, you are too relaxed, and then at the end of the day you get tired. You know, these things have a way of messing up with you psychologically. You might have the right furniture, you might have the tools, but if psychologically you are not ready to work, trust me, you will not be productive. Number 10, avoid TV and other digital distractions. Very important, especially for some of us that had to set up our workspace somewhere in our living area where there's TV, there's radio, and all of that. For me, I'm not even a TV person. I love movies, and most times when I watch TV is when I am in a relaxed mode. So you will not really find me watching TV during the day just for watching TV's sake. I watch TV when I want to wind down in the evening. I watch movies when I want to wind down. So my TV is always off. Once my kids come, they are the ones that turn it on, and then they watch cartoons and things like that. So avoid those kinds of distractions. And another distraction that you need to be very, very careful about is your phone, social media. It's very important to be disciplined about that. For someone like me that my work is mainly online, it's always very tricky. Like once you open one app, you're already there. In fact, I made the settings I have on my apps for my phone. It lets me know when I have spent too long. Too long might be 20 minutes or 30 minutes on a certain app. And once I get that notification, I know it's time to shut down. Number 10, I think number 11. Please ignore the numbers. Take regular breaks. It's very important. The fact that you're working from home does not mean at some point you cannot stand up to take a stretch or to take a walk. Also, remember to eat lunch. For me, I would have had breakfast before I start working. So at some point, maybe when it's getting close to the time that my kids might come back from school, I go prepare lunch. So I have lunch, and then when they come back, they can also have the same thing. And then you can also take a walk. There are times that I feel like, oh, I've been sitting for too long. Then I just go down the street and then maybe buy something and then come back. So you can take regular breaks. It also helps keep you energized. Another point I have here is check in with your colleagues frequently. You can just place a call across to a colleague. Sometimes it could be as a follow-up conversation to something you guys have talked about. For my own department, there are days that we just have meetings in between the day, and you might need to follow up on 1 or 2 things that was discussed in that meeting. And then it also helps you to know that you are not alone. You know, it still gives that illusion of the fact that you are working with people, even if it's not physically. Then, bonus point, set the mood. So for some of us, when we want to work, we love to have music in the background. And having music in the background, it doesn't have to be loud. It could just be playing in a very soothing manner. There are different applications. I think Spotify is one application that you can set the mood of your music, and it will play music that would, you know, complement that mood that you're trying to set. So guys, I know there are a lot of other tips, and as I always say, you can share your thoughts in the comment section, and I can learn from you, and others can also learn from you. So we have come to the end of this video. Remember to give it a thumbs up, and also if you have not subscribed to my channel, I don't know why, but just hit that button. Please hit that button. And also remember to share this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Very quickly, I just want to, you know, show you what my workspace looks like, just to give you an idea. In my video, I know I talked about how your workspace could just be a corner in your living room or in your room or in your passage, your balcony, anywhere. So I just want to give you an idea of what I was able to do with my own workspace, with the little space I have available. I'll be starting with this background here, and I just have the 3 floating shelves, as you guys can see, and I try to just, you know, put some decor items on each of them. And some of these ones are basically, okay, this is a diffuser, a fake plant, this is a sun clock. Then I have my channel name there, Lifestyle with Loni, and then just some colored stones. Up here too, I have another fake plant, decor, and then colored stones. It doesn't have to be anything serious. It's just, I'm just the kind of person that bare walls has a way of messing with my brain. So I don't like it bare. If you have watched my mini house like makeover and all of that video, I'll probably put a link here. You will notice that once I see that a place looks bare, I find a way to just fill up that space and still make sure that it's not cluttered. So that is why I have this here. And then the next thing is I'll show you my table, because I had to adjust my dining table a bit, but this is just what I have. Initially there was nothing here, so my dining table was maybe a bit to the middle, like a bit centralized, but I had to move it a bit. So I had to even measure the space and worked with a carpenter to make the table. So I didn't buy this table ready-made. I worked with it and then they sprayed it the color I wanted. I still ended up using the chair that I was using with my old office table. And then I just have this pillow here. Sometimes I sit on it and sometimes I put it on my back. So, and then this is my laptop. This is my notebook. This is where I write most of my personal ideas and things like that. I have a diffuser here, and that's that. Then I have this desk organizer that has pencils, biros. My kids have their things here too. Like most of the pencils are for my kids. I have a stapler. I have this marker here. Then this hand fan for just times when there is no electricity and I'm hot. And then this fake aloe vera plant here. In here I have sharpeners. I have sticky notes, and that's an eraser. This is my earpiece. This is my glasses. I use glasses sometimes. So, and I just have this one here. As I've showed you, you don't really need anything major to have your workspace or to have your home office or your corner office. Any space really will do. You just have to put your mind that this is what your reality is now and you're going to make the best of the situation. So I hope this helped somebody, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.